so here we go. It's been fully welded all the way around, all underneath, and at the back. So now all I'm going to do is to protect it, I'll put some primer on it, and I'm going to wind a bit of seam sealer all the way around the edges so it blends in, because this was quite larruped in there, and like that. There's quite a lot of seam sealer everywhere. So if you look in the corner over there, so I want it to be a bit like that, all nice and built up, so nothing can get in there, and it's never going to happen again. So I'm going to break out the seam sealer and carry on. Right, I've put a bit of seam sealer on. At the moment it doesn't look very pretty, but I'll let it skin up a little bit, and then I'll show you a little trick how to blend it in with just a brush. So I let that skin up and come back. Right, I've left that for 10 minutes, made myself a cup of coffee. So just get a brush and just dab it gently. And hopefully you'll be able to mould it so it gets a bit textured. I'm not holding the phone very still. So you can see it looks a bit bumpy now. It's in the corners. So it doesn't look too bad. Time you put a bit of stone chip on it, that'll blend in quite nicely. So I can do this bit here a bit better. Not perfect, but it'll look better once a bit of stone chips on it. Right, there you go. All textured, all stone chipped, all repaired. So now I can get on and do the other side. I've done this side, underneath and the back. So yeah, I've got to clip this back up once it's all dry. I'm not going to put the airbags back on because looking at it, okay, obviously the suspension mount spring is there, which is completely reinforced, and the same this side. So the load is on these 2 points, there and there. So if you put an airbag here, you've removed the action of the spring and put all the force through the chassis here, which obviously is not good, because this part here is not designed to take any weight whatsoever. Hence the reason why you've got these whopping great outriggers here to take the force of the spring and any lateral movement. So I'm not putting these airbags back on. I'm not having my chassis split again. So hopefully this little video, someone can learn from the mistakes that I've made. So as I say, I'm not putting the airbags back on. I'm taking this bracket off. There's no bangs, there's no clatter. It doesn't handle as good as it used to, because obviously it's not stiffened up in this area. But at the end of the day, if I want beefier springs, I'm just going to buy new springs. These are relatively new. I've just had, well, that's the sticker. It's got a new anti-roll bar. It's had a new axle. So yeah, I'm not putting the airbags back on. I don't fancy having a split chassis again, and I really don't want all the drama. So now all this is ready for Raptor paint. So hopefully I shall get that done possibly in the next couple of days, and see what it looks like. Right, I hope you can hear me because the traffic's getting a little bit noisy now. But this is the second side. As I said, it's fully seam welded all the way around, all the way underneath and at the back. Fully primed up. Bit of seam sealer in there just to tidy it all up so it looks factory. And yeah, hopefully never have to take these wheels off again. I think they've been on and off probably about 10 times now, both sides, here and there. So yeah. Right, van's back on the deck, wheels back on, and there is just the stone chip that I've put on. I've got some wheel arches to put on, but I don't know if I'm going to do them yet. I just want to get it through the MOT. So it's all repaired, completely invisible. This is really good. Right, go and clean up. Right, I'm back inside the van. It's on 4 wheels, and as far as I'm concerned, it's 95% done. All I've got to do now is where I've repaired underneath, as you've seen in just a minute ago. It's all been seam sealed, well painted, seam sealed, and then stone chipped. I am going to put, I know it seems like a lot of layer coats, but as I said, this is my forever van, and I don't want any rust or anything like that to come back on the wheel arches or anywhere else for that matter of fact. So before I end this video, and I don't want to get too emotional here because I have had a lot of absolutely fantastic comments in the previous video. I've had a lot of friends, you know, like, yeah, they've just helped. First of all, I'd like to say a massive thank you to a school friend, Mathew, Tandy. He owns a concrete pumping business. He's got 2 massive big green trucks. I'll put the link in the description downstairs. It's downstairs, down in the description. He gave me some Celotex, 25mm Celotex, so I could finish off the back of the insulation, which was a massive help. I mean, Celotex, and as you know, all materials, building materials, wood, has just gone sky high. So I want to say a massive thank you to you, Mathew. Cheers, mate. I really appreciate that. The second one, Kelvin Morley, he organised originally for the rear end to be welded. I didn't take him up on the offer because I had another friend, which I'll mention in a second. But Kelvin, you're an old mate, and I love you to pieces. We work next door to each other, and mate, I appreciate, you know, the gesture. I really do. Third one is to a very dear friend of mine, John Tatum. I've known John for many years, and he always helps. Doesn't want anything for it. He's just a bloody nice bloke, and that's very rare. So yeah, you got something coming, mate. You know, without you, my van would be still split. Well, possibly not, but yeah, do you know what I mean? You know, he just texted me, said, "Don't worry, mate, I'll fix it." He is, I'd say, a master welder. Far better than me. He had a massive big ramp. We put it on there, and he just cracked on with it. You know, absolute superstar. So, John, mate, thank you so much. I can't even show my appreciation. You know, this van to me has been so stressful. Every part of this build, it's just been fighting. And I'm going to make a joke of this because in the transit, when I got it, my mate Sam, he said, "Don't take," I haven't got it on me, but don't take this out. And it's basically a doll's hand. He said, "This is a helping hand." And that van has been absolutely amazing. It would have been nice if I had a helping hand, a little doll's hand. It's a sort of superstitious sort of thing. But it is quite funny because that van's been absolutely superb. It's been a lifeline. When this has been on the driveway, me preparing it, and that's been an absolute nightmare because obviously I've hurt my back. So taking painkillers and just cracking on with it. It really does hurt. I mean, I now know that you know, I'm a 50-year-old bloke. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Things start getting a little bit difficult. Aches and pains of, you know, from bike crashes and just being the typical lad growing up. You just take things for granted. So now I'm going to have to start taking it a bit easy. But it's quite hard actually when you start building a van. But I've cracked on with it. I've done it. All my friends and family have all pulled together. So I just want to say a massive thank you. So as I said, Mathew, Tandy, cheers mate. John Tatum, cheers mate. And also I want to say to Daniel Champion, I haven't fixed it. Anyway, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who subscribes to their channel. I'm over the moon because I've just looked on the YouTube, is it TubeBuddy? Yeah, TubeBuddy app, and there's over 1,511 subscribers. So I want to thank every single one of you for just pulling me through what is at the moment a difficult, I'll say it's a difficult time. It's a difficult time for everybody, so I'm not going to, you know, harp on about it. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody. I appreciate all your lovely comments. And I'm really sorry that I couldn't be at the second part of the Overlanders show. It was Sarah's birthday the other day. I also wanted to go and see my mate Vince. So Vince, happy birthday mate. Love you millions. And I'm looking forward to our Scotland trip. So the van is almost done. All I've got to do is get some 2 tyres for the front end. Then I can chuck it in for an MOT. And I can't see it failing because there's nothing really wrong with it. So yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Love to you all.